more and more CEOs and CFOs and boards of directors bought into the idea that marketing isn't just measurable, it's attributable.
Rand Fishkin, many people call him the godfather of SEO. I was actually talking to Rand just off air a little bit here, but like he's been publishing content on the same topic for 20 years. A lot of you guys tell me I made 2 posts and I'm not a trillionaire yet. This man has been for 2 decades publishing stuff about SEO. He's written a couple of books. How I first discovered him decades ago is Moz, which were really the best tools to run analysis for clients and all our websites and stuff back in the day. He's got a current project called Spark Toro, which I think is a really useful piece of software that we're going to talk and show you guys a little bit today. He founded inbound.org, got acquired by HubSpot. And I don't know what a thought leader really definition is, but Rand is definitely that in SEO. He is one of the most respected and trusted names in SEO and has been that way for a long time. So I hope that's a cool enough intro to do you justice, my man. But thank you for coming on here and doing this with our fine folks.
Yeah, my pleasure, Frankie. Happy to chat.
So cool. Let's get right into it. So you wrote a post the other day talking about the attribution problem, and it's this idea that we can track every campaign, every ad down to the penny in a nice, neat little box, and that's so easy to do. And you and I are both of the opinion that that is a total myth. And I wonder if you could explain why that is. Especially, this may be true if you're running one little rinky-dink $10 a day Facebook ad, and that's your entire inbound strategy. Well, then it probably does fit in a neat little box. But if you're doing any sort of real marketing campaign, it probably does not fit in that box. So, anyways. You have the floor, my man. Whatever you want to say on that.
Yeah. So I think the broad answer here is that for the last 15 years, especially, digital marketing sort of convinced brands, media buyers, ad agencies, marketers of all kinds, and CEOs and CFOs and boards of directors at tons of companies that they didn't have to do marketing in a 20th century style system, which was essentially, let's go, put up a billboard, let's go run a radio ad, let's go put something on TV, and then we see if we get lift from that. And if we do, we keep doing the thing, but we can't perfectly attribute it. We don't know that any given consumer bought our frozen yogurt because they saw the ad on television, because they heard it on the radio, because they saw the billboard. The promise of digital marketing, as you know well, was we're going to show this digital billboard, this digital radio ad, this digital TV spot, this piece of content, this ranking for this search engine term, anything you can possibly imagine in the digital world, we're going to show that to a customer or a potential customer, and then we're going to track them across their journey on the web. And once they convert, we'll be able to look back and say, these channels were responsible in these quantities and deserve this amount of credit for contributing to the eventual conversion. And so therefore we know the return on investment of every marketing channel that we invest in.
Yeah, that's like the holy grail right there.
It's the holy grail. And it was not only promised, it was nearly delivered on, 75% delivered on in, let's say, 2013, maybe 2014. You could build a reasonable, maybe 75-80% of the way there model in those years, because almost every website passed referral data, because Google sent you every clicks search term that sent that visit, because almost every social network that sent a visit gave you referral data, because every ad had tracking, and because almost no users of the web used any kind of privacy or ad blocker systems. There was no GDPR to interfere with this. There was no California privacy law. Canada has a bunch of privacy laws. All of these changes, SSL certificates blocking referral traffic, referral data from secure websites to insecure ones, all of these changes over the last 10 years have slowly made less and less and less of that information possible to track, and possible to connect up. And unfortunately, simultaneous to that, more and more CEOs and CFOs and boards of directors bought into the idea that marketing isn't just measurable, it's attributable.
Yeah.
And today, if you look at the technological challenges, the legal challenges, the user-based challenges, right? We all use multiple devices for our different journeys. It's really impossible to attribute these things. And I would contest just one thing that you said in that intro piece, Frankie, which is you said, hey, if you have just a $10 Facebook campaign or an Instagram campaign or whatever, and that's the only marketing thing you're doing, then you can reasonably track it and attribute it. Sort of, but you're essentially doing the 20th century style lift-based measurement if you're only using that one channel and seeing like, oh, what happens if we turn off the Instagram ad? What happens if we turn it on? What happens if we spend more?
Hey guys, if you like this video, you may also like my best-selling book here, Beyond the Agency Box. It is all about scaling a digital marketing agency while eliminating meetings and phone calls. We actually sell our stuff phoneless. We don't have any client meetings, and we also hire our team entirely without meeting phone calls, which allows us to, like actually kind of live a life. I've laid out the entire blueprint and everything you need to know, getting clients, onboarding, setting expectations, scaling, building a team, you name it. It has been a bestseller on Amazon now for over 5 straight years, but now you can get it even cheaper than you can get it on Amazon. So I can't tell you the exact price because it may change when this video is released, but there should be a link to it below, either in the description of the video or as well as a pinned comment. So if you're interested in that, check out that video and you can get a copy for super cheap.